Hello and welcome back to the Wrexham Way. Hope you're all doing well and looking forward to today's episode as we take on the championship chumps of Birmingham and Middlesbrough. I just swear they are both clubs who are just destined for championship mediocrity. Every now and again have a good season. For me, they are just pure in essence championship. But of course, I am making fun of them. We're the ones in the relegation zone. Things haven't been brilliant in between episodes. Anyway, we do have a few things to talk about, so I think we'll start off by looking at what's happened in between episodes. Of course, whilst you do that, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me, subscribe to the channel if you're around here, and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. So, since you guys were last here for the games against, who did we play last time? It was Coventry and Norwich, I believe we played last time out, and then we had that team meeting at the very end of the episode, which worked very well because we then beat Reading 1-0 with a James Jones penalty in the 84th minute. So I thought, right, that's it. Surely we are going to have a successful turnaround and do really, really well. Well, no. Didn't happen like that at all, did it? The following game, we lost 1-0 to Cardiff at home. A bit unlucky to lose it, I must say, but Cardiff are a decent team this season. So another game against a Welsh club that we lost. Well, actually, we beat Swansea, didn't we? So it's only Cardiff that we've lost to from Wales so far this season. We then pulled off a dramatic late equaliser against Stoke, drawing that game 2-2, which was a good point for us, I must say, on the road to a very good Stoke side. But the next 3 games in a row, all losses. 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. Again, a really frustrating loss, that one, where there's 1 goal in it. We were a pretty decent team in that game. Huddersfield, again, it's a Harry Lennon own goal that's cost us the point in that game as well, which is really frustrating. And then we took on bottom of the table Preston. I thought, right, let's go attacking 4-2-3-1. Biggest defeat of in between episodes, a 4-1 defeat. So the 4-2-3-1, maybe not ideal. After this game, we had to do another team meeting. And then we won the next game. Really good stuff. A 2-1 victory over Blackburn, who are doing pretty well in the league so far this season. So another 3 points was great for us there. But the team meeting doesn't have much of an effect because the game afterwards, a 3-1 loss to Ipswich, who of course won League One last season. So it's not ideal. Not ideal at all. And if we look at the league table, you can see that we are down in 22nd right now. Now, we are 3 points clear of Preston and 4 points clear of MK Dons. That's fine, as long as we don't get dragged into a battle with them. What we need to do, though, is hold on. Hold on to the teams in front of us like Coventry, Portsmouth, Luton, Barnsley, Reading. Like, try and hold on to them. We're 4 points behind Reading and Barnsley, 2 points behind Luton, Portsmouth, and then 1 point behind Coventry. It can all change very quickly, but we just need to keep with them. That's the main thing, just keep with them. So it's been an interesting time in between episodes. Not having much luck here, but hopefully we're going to have some luck on some streams soon. I've not done any streaming for the past, 2 months or so maybe, so I need to get back in it. And now that I have finished for work for Christmas, essentially, I've got a lot more time. So I'm proposing that from Sunday onwards, every single day at 11 AM my time, GMT, we're going to do some live streams, but I need you guys to help me out with picking the team. So we'll do the streams on Twitch, twitch.tv/TomFM, link in the description if you want to follow me on there. But on my YouTube community page, you can vote right now in a poll to decide which team we are going to take over and try and do kind of like an Aberdeen sort of style save where we take a team who are pretty decent in their respective league, but the league's not great, and we try and build it up to become European giants. So get voting in that. The winner obviously will be announced on Sunday when we start streaming on Twitch, and then we just pick that team and go with it. Also, before we get any further in today's episode, I am very aware that I've not renamed some Patreon players from the last youth intake just yet. So we'll do that very quickly as well. But big news in between episodes as well, if I can find the facilities page. The youth and training facilities have both been upgraded, so they are now great, which is fantastic. You love to see it. Exceptional academy, excellent youth recruitment. Things are looking pretty good. So as the seasons go on, we should be getting better and better players. But I must say, the youth team right now is looking pretty good. A lot of players there with 5 and 4.5 stars of potential. The 3 players that are highlighted are the ones being renamed. So Scott Edwards is an attacking midfielder down the right-hand side of the pitch, looking pretty good. Nice professional personality too. Thad, thank you very much for your contribution and support. Thad Davies, welcome to the team. And then the gold stars as well. People ask me about the gold stars. What I have to do to get that is go to notes, and I just create a little note, and I'll put Patreon, and then I'll just say Patreon player rename. named for Thad, and then I can press confirm, and then if I go back to the under 18s team, you can see a little gold star has appeared, if I can find it, next to Thad's name. So that's how you know the Patreon players, because they've got little notes next to them. Kieran Freeman is a centre mid and looking quite good, I must say, as a centre mid. I'm excited to see how this guy develops. So Anthony, thank you very much for your contributions. And Kelly St. Curtsy, welcome to the team. And finally, young Paul Turner, who looks to be anywhere between a midfielder and a striker right now. I think attacking midfield might be the best option. But Jay, thank you very much for your contributions. Davide Frio, welcome to the team. And I keep forgetting things, basically. There's a couple more things to go through before we get into the games. First of all, the board. Apparently willing to sell the club. We might have another takeover coming soon. Hopefully not before January. I'd rather have it after January. Or basically just not in January. So we don't have a transfer embargo. Because I want to try and sign and move some players on in January. So we'll see what happens there. But also, January means 6 months left on the contract of some of our players. Including Harry Lennon, who wants a new contract right now. James Jones can't resolve his unhappiness. But he's got 6 months left on his contract. And phone's buzzing. I didn't mean that to happen. I am very confused by Harry Lennon. I mean, he's not a championship quality player. Look at that. Not championship quality at all. Report-wise, National League player, according to our coaches, right? So, on paper, should not be playing for our team at all. Just shouldn't be there. And yet, he has the highest average rating in the team so far this season. 7.14 average rating from 17 league appearances. Like, I can't not drop him because he is playing the best out of everyone. He is so good. I mean, obviously, these average ratings in previous seasons are incredible as well. Wrexham, if we look at the team, if we go to our actual team and we sort it by average rating, which isn't there for some reason. Oh, no, it's right there. I've got it. So James Jones, Oliver Street, first two. But then it's Harry Lennon joint with Oliver Street. And they're all basically the same anyway. So those three are performing brilliantly. So for me, like Harry Lennon on paper, no. But in terms of form and how he's played, does deserve a new contract. So we'll have a little word with him quickly to say he is going to get a new contract. I'm going to give it to him. I don't want it to be a long-term contract, but he will want a long-term contract. I'll say regular starter. He's happy with that. And he wants $5,000 a week over 2 years. I mean, fair enough. But that's only a 1 year extension, isn't it? If I go 3 years, bring this down to $4,000. Because then technically it's a 2 year extension, right? Get rid of that. Bring that down. Get rid of that. Suggest he wants... We'll give you 4.2 over 3 years. He doesn't want a 3 year deal for some reason. 4.5, 3 years. He does... All right. Let's do 2 then. A 1 year extension technically, but there we go. So I felt like he had to have a new contract basically, and I wanted to talk you through that because otherwise I feel like you would have slated me for it. So heading into this first game against Birmingham then, we do have a couple of injuries to George Alexander and Bryce Hosanna, so they can't play today. And then Ben Williams, the backup left back, is currently suspended, which isn't great. Also suspended, Romani Medford-Smith. So we don't actually have a left wing back for this game. And we could put Gethin Jones there, but then we'd have no right wing back to play because Hosanna's injured. So we've got a bit of an issue. Harry Boy's currently away on loan. He's out on loan at Bromley right now. So obviously he can't play in this game. So I think the best option we have is maybe Jem Finley, because Jem Finley can play left back. Not left wing back, can play left midfield, but it's the only option I think we've got. So we're going to have to do that. Obviously, Gethin Jones comes in on the right-hand side to replace Bryce Hosanna, but the back line of Lennon, Holm and Oliver Street is the same. Jim McBangle and James Jones is the same. Colwell is the same. Mullin is the same as usual, but Zaran Tonello comes in alongside him. Actually, I'll swap those two over to replace the injured George Alexander. So really, it's not looking ideal in terms of the league table, in terms of the fixtures we've had and the results we've had, and in terms of a team right now, it's not at its best. So, kickoff is upon us here today, and I'm not expecting much, really. If we're being very honest with ourselves, I'm not expecting an awful lot. I think Birmingham should be walking all over us. And I wasn't really very kind about Middlesbrough, but they're only just above us in the table. They're in 18th right now as things stand. But even then, they should probably still beat us, as this free kick has been not saved. Hit the crossbar, it goes out for a goal. I thought it was a fantastic save from Chris Johns there, but it wasn't in the end. It was off the crossbar. Very difficult to score free kicks when they're right on the edge of the area like that. But looking at comments from last time out, you guys did seem to suggest that the 4-2-3-1 is far too attacking, and you're probably right. But what do we do when we keep losing games? I don't know if we've got it in us to avoid relegation this season. I don't know. We show glimpses of it, and we do well in games. The strikers this season have been terrible, which is really surprising given how good Paul Mullen and co have been in previous seasons. Like, none of them are particularly racking up goals and things like that, even though we are using the same formation. James Jones with plenty of time, but they just do things like that. That's part of the issue. I mean, look at this game right now. 5 shots to 3 shots, 56% possession. Like, we are on top of this game, and yet we are not winning. Like, there is a thing as bad luck, obviously, but I don't think it's bad luck. I just think our players are not... I don't know what it is. There are so many games where we are in control and we have the majority of the shots and stuff like that. But we can't just say we've been unlucky this game because it's happening every other game sort of thing. So there must be something more fundamentally wrong, and I can't work it out right now. And I think, unless I can, we could be facing the drop. I mean, we are facing the drop. Not could be, we are facing the drop, I think, essentially. We're not a huge amount away from halfway through the season, and we are in the clutches of that relegation battle. These are the sorts of games, though, where we need to pick up some points. Just a single point will do. Just a single point will do to keep us on track. If we can just get a point a game on average, that would be great. 46 points by the end of the season, I'd like to think would be enough to stay up, and Zarantanello is through. And that's 2 clear-cut chances we've had. Not put them in the back of a net. And that's the difference. That's the difference. As Gethin Jones now with 13 minutes to go in this game, it's gone by very quickly. Throws one into the middle, headed down by Zarantanello, back into the middle by Jones. Shot by the other Jones, and it's in the back of her net. I can't celebrate too quickly, though, or too much, because I don't want to jinx it or anything like that. But we're back on level terms. It looks like a few players have got a couple of knocks. Our right back being one of them, not ideal. But Colwell will come off for Luis Henrique. James Jones will come off for EIE, and Stutter come on for Zarantanello. To be fair, considering we've got an injured right back and a guy playing left wing back who can't play left wing back, actually, it's not a bad result. If we had a full strength team here, potentially we could be doing better, but we just need to hold on. That's all we need to do. Just hold on for the rest of this game. A point would be crucial for us right now. It keeps us up with Coventry, Portsmouth and Luton, and actually brings it a little closer to Middlesbrough and Reading. 30 seconds on the clock. I know what's going to happen. No. No. Come on, Chris Johns. 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 Maybe it is bad luck. Maybe the whole season has just been bad luck. It can't... Too many times we're just losing games by 1 goal. And we're not being run over in these games at all. It's just sad. As Colwell's out for 2 to 4 weeks, great. Jones out for 5 to 8, right. So for the next game, we have no right wing backs and no left wing backs available to us. Unless I can't remember if the suspensions or injury. Either way, I don't care. This Middlesbrough game is must win. Like, it is really must win. Otherwise, we are going to start losing touch of those teams ahead of us, and we can't do that. We can't do that. Now Rodrigo Benegas wants to start more games. I'll tell you what, I'll start your next game if you want. Yeah, you know what? I'll start your next game. Go on. See if you can keep some clean sheets. Oh, This is exciting. We've got the youth intake preview for this coming season as well, by the looks of things, which is good to see. Some good goalkeepers, wingers and strikers coming through. Centre mids is a B, but it does say not a great year. I don't understand what that means. But again, another 5-star intake, apparently. We've got no CDMs or wing backs, which is annoying because we could do with some of those. But still, yeah, it's not a bad intake. Well, it could be bad. They're just telling me it's not going to be bad, but we'll see if I trust them soon. Also, we've been drawn against Oldham in the FA Cup. They just won a replay against Guiseley. So we've got Oldham in the FA Cup third round. Interestingly, we're straight into the third round in the Championship. I didn't realise that. I thought, I don't know what I thought really. But they're doing terribly in League One, so this could be a nice cup run for us. A cup run would do very nicely. So, Johns, off you come. Let's bring Benegas onto the pitch instead. Colwell's injured. He's going to come off for Luis Henrique, and then we'll bring... Well, actually, Medford Smith can play. Right, you come on, and then we'll bring Jem Finley onto the bench instead of Colwell. Right wing backs. Hosanna can't play. Jones, kind of... Jones has to play, basically. Can Hayden play there? Not really, but I'm going to play him there because he's actually fit. So I will play Hayden there instead. Rest of the team can stay the same. Submit. Let's go. Okay, so it's a big away game to Middlesbrough, but Middlesbrough aren't having a great season. They're 5 points ahead of us right now. This win, if we could win it, would do wonders for us in our relegation battle. Every win is like a World Cup victory right now for us. We just have to get them. And when we've got a struggling team like Middlesbrough, these are the games that we have to win. And Zarantello's been put through, finds Mullin, who finds the back of the net. You love to see it. Only his fourth of the season. I can't believe how few our strikers have scored. But he's got it in the back of the net, and that's a very valuable goal for us. I mean, I can't believe it. Mullin has been sublime every single season, like breaking records, scoring 30 plus goals. You would have thought he'd get more than 4 by now. I'm not expecting him to get 30 in the Championship, not at all, because the team's not good enough for that. But I was expecting more than 4 by this stage. As somehow we've kept that out. That was mental. How has that not got in the back of the net? We can't get too excited though, because there's only 16 minutes on the clock. It's a long way to go left in this game, and like we saw against Birmingham, anything can happen even in the last 30 seconds of a game. But as it stands right now, we are doing a bit of FMing. Middlesbrough having the way better chances and more chances. We're having more possession apparently, but still, Middlesbrough being FM'd a little bit here, and it's nice to change things up a little bit because I feel like we've been FM'd a little bit. Crooks with a good challenge there, particularly on a yellow card that had to be perfect as Akpom comes forward for Middlesbrough, finds a cross to Crooks eventually. It's not really a great cross, but Middlesbrough do hold on to possession as Wood comes forwards down into Murphy now. Murphy to put this one into the middle, cleared by Holm, back to James Jones, into Harry Lennon. Medford Smith now to bring it out from the back, gets past his man and then loses possession immediately. Goal coming, surely because it's such a long highlight. No. Oh, you love to see it. Okay, I think we've been let off a little bit there. That was quite a nice little let off as we approach half time. Still winning as it stands right now, but this could change as Middlesbrough come on the attack. They've got 2 men forward. Tavernier gets the ball though and is actually being pegged back a little bit here by Aaron Hayden, but still gets past Aaron Hayden twice, puts the ball in the middle. And is that not offside? I don't think it is. And again, it's right at the death at one of the halves where we are absolutely bottling things. All we had to do was hold on for another 30 seconds, get to half time. We couldn't do it. And I think it may be Holm playing the guy who scores the goal onside. It's very tight. Really tight. Let's watch this one back. It should do a replay for the offside. Nope. Okay. Great. Well, 1-1 is not bad at half time, I must say. I'm going to thresh the arms. Not good enough, though. And everyone looks pretty motivated by that, which is nice to see. No clean sheets for us, though, which is kind of what I was hoping for. But 40 minutes to play. I've got no faith. No faith in the team. I don't think it's going to happen. I think Middlesbrough are going to come back in this and win it. I just can't see where the goals are going to come from. Luis Enrique's been a poor signing. He's been really bad for us this season, just not doing anything. Defensively, we are playing well. Like, you can see the average ratings of... Oh, that was so lucky. So lucky. Obviously, Oliver Street, way up there on a 7.17 average rating. So is Harry Lennon. And right now, the back line on 7+ ratings. Like, they do a great job, but when no one else further up the pitch can do a good job, it puts so much pressure on that back line that we are going to concede goals and lose games despite them playing well. Like Zarantanello just gives the ball away stupidly there. That's a big issue for him. We win it back nicely, but are we going to do anything with it? Nearly. Oh, just a bit of luck needed there from Mullen to put it in the back of a net. Almost. He's actually got a knock, but we've got no one to bring on the pitch, have we? No, we've got Stutter, haven't we? Right, Mullen off you come, Stutter on you come. Zarantanello off, EIE on, because why not? He's not scoring goals, is he? Luis Enrique off, let's bring Cozier Dubry on as a shadow striker on attack. Let's try and play with 3 strikers, essentially. See if this will just work for the final 20 minutes of the game. McNair coming forward, though, for Middlesbrough. Ball in the middle, over the bar. Lovely. I mean, a point here is good. A point here is really good, but these are the games where we have to be getting 3 points. We need to be getting 3 points. And like I say, I've got no faith, and I just think there's going to be another 90th minute winner for Middlesbrough, as it was in the Birmingham game. It's difficult. This is more difficult than I thought it was going to be this season. Unless, of course... it's just... It is bad luck. I've decided it is bad luck. But we're just having a full season of bad luck. A complete full season of bad luck. Because that one's offside. I'm out. I can't. Well, at least we got the draw. A point is really good for us, and I'm glad you guys saw it on camera, because it's could get very depressing very quickly if we just keep losing games on camera. But a point is good. A point is good. It keeps us ahead of Preston, within touching distance of Coventry and Portsmouth, but Luton are escaping us a little bit. 5 points to Middlesbrough, and then Barnsley, they're way off in the distance. They are way off in the distance. We need to get some results, as Mullen's out for a few days. Who have we got next? Oh, we've got Portsmouth coming up soon. If I look through this, so Portsmouth are 20th. That's got to be a must-win. QPR 7th will lose. Birmingham again very quickly. I'd like to think we can get our own back there, but away from home I don't know. Swansea, Fulham, they'll be difficult. I think next episode, because we've done Norwich and Coventry on an episode, haven't we? Next episode we might actually come back for Fulham and Oldham. I don't believe we've done an FA Cup third rounds before. I can't remember doing one at least. But also it's middle of January and I want to do some signings. So actually next episode will be pretty quick, I imagine. So, scary times ahead. Scary times ahead. We just have to believe in ourselves. That's what we have to do, right? So thank you very much for watching today's episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed. And of course, if you have done, make sure you do drop a like on the video for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, and leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. Until next time, have a good one. Goodbye.